Today, I want to speak about NIO. Yes, I've done my analysis and I think at NIO, it's time to sell. And then at the end, I'm going to give a buy trigger. So stick with me on this video and I shall explain to you what I have found. Welcome back to Family Investment. My name is Alex Ko and today I'll be speaking about NIO. And bear in mind, this is date sensitive. Today is the 8th of November. I'm doing this video more than about 10 days before the earnings for Q3 2020 for NIO, which is on the 17th of November. So let me begin with updates on NIO. So what's been happening with NIO? NIO is hitting its all-time high, about $43 a share. Well done, NIO. And the earnings will be on the 17th of November, like I said previously. And JP Morgan has said that NIO is worth $40 a share. That's a very big check. And that caused NIO to rise from the likes of $18 all the way booming up to $43 a share. And additional news that helped to hype this stock to almost 150% is because in October, there's 5,055 cars being produced in a month alone, which is record breaking, which is 100% year on year last year. And they are currently on 31,000 cars in 2020. And they might hit the 50,000 car mark at the end of the year if they keep this momentum up for the last 2 months. And they might be on 100% growth if they keep up Q3 and Q4. And funny thing on the news is yesterday Elon Musk also tweeted 430 is greater than 43. So he's basically mocking NIO, saying whatever NIO does, we are still 10 times more than you. But coincidentally, Tesla is going to 500,000 car milestone at the end of this year, and NIO is aiming for 50,000 cars. And the stock price is actually 10 times different. Very bizarre. So first, on the presentation, let's stick with the valuation. So what is this valuation by JP Morgan? Because as you can see, the data that we have from NIO is not much. We've got data, but there's not much about growth, and the consistency in the data is not great. So what I have done is I need to understand why did JP Morgan value them at this rate. As you can see previously, I've looked at the graph, and if NIO starts producing 31,000, if they hit the target for Q3 and Q4, they should be on their way to 50,000 cars. So if they do hit their target, they should be up about 70% revenue for 2020. In 2021, going at this growth rate, they should be breaking even. It's time to not loss is equals to profit. Breaking even, which EPS I'm going to give 0.2. So it's not what's now, it's the future value when they start to break even at growth of 70%. NIO should be worth $43.60. So it's close to what they are just now, and it's close to what JP Morgan is saying. So JP Morgan is saying when they deliver 50,000 cars, 2020, they're going to start slowly breaking even. They're going to start making money because of the production line doing really well. And that's what they are worth. And that's what JP Morgan is valuating NIO at, which is, I find, realistic. And next, let me bring you to the technical chart. So I've charted this on Yahoo Finance, which is free, and I'm doing it my way. And if you want to learn how I do my technical analysis, check out this video here, technical analysis, quick ones for beginners. Okay, so you can go on that video after this video if you want. So this is how I've laid out my chart, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 points which are marked on the chart, which I want to focus one by one, which is giving me signals of a sell. It is screaming out at me saying, Alex, sell, sell, sell. So the RSI, the relative strength index, is greater than 81 just now. So it's, for me, it's 80, but it's greater than 81. It's propping up 81, 85, coming back down. So it's hovering on 81. It's hovering for quite some time. So that's my first signal on why we should sell. And secondly, stochastic is over 80. The last Friday close, it was at 92. It's screaming stochastic is high, and it's been like that for over 6 weeks. So we need to know, stochastic is going, I think it's being overbought. Look at the momentum that's going up. It's just incredible in such a short amount of time. It's just overbought. And next, if you check the moving day average for 50, see how far the moving day average, I think it's about 23, and now it's at 43. So it's almost double. It's almost 100% on its MDA, moving day average 50, which is very concerning. So we know it's a growth stock, we know about future value, but sometimes I think if you're going too fast, it's such a short amount of time, something got to give. And finally, if you check the graph on the previous history, this is always a trend of NIO because it's a growth stock. When it goes up, people take profit. And then when it goes down on a profit, when it starts selling off for a week or two, there's a good entry point. As you can see on the point on the chart I've shown here, entry point 1, entry point 2, and this stock at 43, it looks like it might be overboiling. I'm not saying it's going to pop tomorrow, but if it keeps going up, the likelihood of it popping, in my humble opinion, is likely, and then it might pop and drop back down. And because it's such a great growth stock, when it drops really, really hard. So finally on the buy trigger. On the buy trigger, I'm using Fibonacci's retracement method. I'm just sharing this with you just in case if it does pop, where is it going to fall and where do you try to catch the bottom? I've plotted these lines here. And the first buying point, which I think is fairly premature, but it looks realistic, is 34.3. So it's $34.03. There should be a good entry point. But if you are patient, if you want to hold, if they do really fall hard, then they should have a really strong top support at the second point at 29.2. Okay, 29, very strong support. It's been there before. If it falls really hard, there might be a point to get in. But if you got a hard off stone, you're super strong, you might wait for the strong bottom at 25. Okay, so these are my 3 buy trigger points. 34.3 I think is a good point to go in, and a very strong top, 29.2, and then a 25. If my theory about the overboiling popping of NIO is right. Alright, so that is me on NIO. My final thoughts: NIO is a great company. It's still in its early beginnings. We don't see much of it outside of China. We're just basing a report. We don't see the car fundamentally, we just see showroom. So if you're a car fanatic out there, you know about NIO that's living outside of China or in China, please leave a comment below and tell me about the cars. I really want to know. I'm curious. I want to know more about cars outside of Tesla. My principles: taking profits all right, as long as you're always invested. You can take half your profit out and then invest later, but then the last thing you want to do is hold it so much and it pops 10-20% and you could have retrieved some profit and buy more. So that's just me. I might be wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. This is how I see it from the technical analysis, and technical analysis where you put no emotion, every emotion aside, and just focus on the numbers. So this is me, guys. Leave a comment below if you know more about NIO, you agree or disagree, and I want to hear from you. So,
alright, before I say goodbye, please do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and if you want, support me on Patreon as well, so I can produce content like this every single day for you guys, to give you guys value. So please do share, share this video to help us grow our YouTube channel, yeah? Alright guys, 3, 2, 1, bye bye!